So, we need a new tactic. We've been drawing too many games, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to get my wing backs attacking both sides, my centre forward attacking the near post at corners, my two centre backs marking tightly. Oh my God, Mr. Chairman, I think I've done it. Hello and welcome to another video brought to you by the good people at FM20. Today we're going to be creating a brand new tactic. We're on a Man United show and we've just been drawing too many games that we should have been winning. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to create a new tactic, one that's designed to score more goals and win more games. Now do us a favour, like the video if you appreciate what we do around here, consider subscribing if you are new, and eventually this tactic along with all the others that we do will be up on Patreon for the patrons, so head on over there if that's what you're into. Now, Football Manager, we've been playing it for a long time, okay? We don't want to boast, but we know how to create a tactic. But my ego isn't big enough to think I know it all. So I've asked the internet. I've gone onto Google, what are the best formations for goals in FM20? And now, curiously enough, when you come across this section of Google, people to ask, they say a clean slate 4-2-3-1 wide is good. And now, funnily enough, I just made one of those for my Wolverhampton Wonderkids save and we won the league with 99 points. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a go for the United team as well. So here it is, create a tactic. Tiki-taka, Nicky Butt thinks it's a good one for us. Oof, really? Not for really. Oh God, I don't know. So tiki-taka, I'm not too sure about. Fluid counter-attack is just way too defensive. Direct counter-attack is way too offensive. So yeah, none of these. It's gonna be clean slate. Okay, create your own style, clean slate. Bang, there it is. 4-2-3-1 we want, but we want it wide. We don't want DMs. We want, where is it? 4-2-3-1 narrow, 4-2-3-1 DM. What's going on here? 4-2-3-1 wide. That's the boy. That's what we want. Okay. Traditionally, this has been a very strong tactic in Football Manager games in years gone by, and it's a tactic that we like. It's just nice. It looks nice. So we're going to go for this. There it is. Okay. Obviously, we don't want Martial playing centre midfield, so we'll just move a couple of people around quickly. That's more like it. That's probably more like what our shape's going to be. So we'll start off very simply. We want to be attacking with Manchester United. We want to attack teams. I saw a quote from Jurgen Klopp the other day. They want to attack teams when they've got the ball, attack teams when they haven't got the ball. It's a very good idea, a very good way of looking at it. So I think that's what we're going to employ here. In possession, I want to play wide. I want to use the whole pitch. Could be a bit dangerous, but it's definitely very attacking. Passing into space is definitely an option that we could do. Playing out of defence is something that I want to do because I don't want to lose the ball consistently by doing long kicks, etc. Slightly more direct is definitely the Man United way. Slightly shorter, you could argue, is the United way as well because we don't generally want to give the ball away. We want to play the right pass. Slightly more direct. I'm probably going to opt for the slightly shorter, but I'm going to put tempo higher as well, so we can play high tempo short passing, which some might say conflicts, especially with extremely wide. But I think it's a good idea because we're going to be playing slightly shorter passes, so we're going to keep the ball. The team's going to be playing wide with the ball. I'm talking myself out of this now. Higher tempo, which means we're going to probably miss slightly more direct, slightly shorter. What do we do? Let's go slightly shorter. I'm not going to second guess myself. I'm talking myself out of it. We're going to work the ball into the box. I'm talking myself out of this now. Work the ball into the box and slightly shorter. Or should we go slightly more direct with work the ball into the box? Yeah, I think that's what we should do. Slightly more direct, but at the same time, we're not just going to pump it into the box at all opportunities. So we're not going to obviously play for set pieces. We are going to run at the defence because United traditionally play with wingers, and we're going to leave those two blank. In transition then, we want to counter press and we want to counter. Definitely United is a counter-attacking team, and we want to keep up this modern kind of way of playing, of pressing the teams. We're leave those two blank, and we're going to distribute to all of our defensive players whilst taking short kicks, which should keep our possession stat pretty decent. We're going to play the highest possible line with the highest possible line of engagement with the most narrow defensive what's the word? Width. That's right there. A narrow defensive width and an offside trap. Crucially, we're going to get stuck in as well. So we're going to tackle teams high up the pitch, hopefully not resulting in big fouls being given away. No red cards, yellow cards, hopefully. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm not 100% sure about the ones which we were discussing earlier. Extremely wide, yes, we'll keep. Slightly more direct and slightly shorter. Work ball into the box, yes, we'll keep that. Yes, we'll keep that there. Yeah, I like that balance. No time wasting, and we'll leave these two blank here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's how we want to. Oh, mixed crosses as well. We do like to whip our crosses in. Right then. So individual instructions will just make sure that our centre backs are marking tightly. And we'll double check our roles. So we want both of our defenders, I think, to be ball players, because at the end of the day, this is Man United. They should be capable of doing that. We want one side of our attacking three to be all-out attack. We want the other side to be more of a support duty. So Luke Shaw will support the attacking Martial, and Wan-Bissaka will overlap the inside forward of Marcus Rashford, supporting. Now again, I'm second guessing myself because Shaw isn't the most, well, neither of them are the most attacking fullbacks, to be honest with you. Wan-Bissaka probably is slightly better technically. Neves then, I really want to play in box to box, although that's not going to be his best role, but I'd like to play a box to box with an advanced playmaker. I'm kind of thinking out loud here. Maddison then will play as an attacking midfielder who attacks. So 1, 2, just counting the roles now, very important. So 1 attacking, 2 attacking, 3 attacking, 4 attacking. You want at least 4 attacking, I think, for an attacking mentality. Consider maybe changing that to an advanced playmaker, or this to a deep lying playmaker. Yeah, what I'll do, I'll change this to a deep lying playmaker supporting, but we'll also have a box-to-box midfielder as well. So Neves, I think, will actually be the deep lying playmaker. We'll keep him on his favoured right side, so he can support there, and Pogba can be the box-to-box winning midfielder that he has the attributes for. Obviously, Pogba's insane. And we'll go with that, to be honest with you. We'll get Wan-Bissaka crossing from the byline. So we'll make sure that that's happening. Cross from byline. Luke Shaw more, not creative, but more of his own kind of make his own decision as far as that's concerned. Advanced forward there, Dembele, rather than a pressing forward, which we had before. And to be honest with you, I think we're happy with that. We'll save that tactic. We'll call that the Man United 4-2-3-1. And we'll go from there. So we've got Everton. Hold on, let's just make sure we pick the correct team now. So we've got Everton. I think it's away. No, so Everton at home. Pogba and Neves both need a rest, but I'm not too fussed about that. 81%. Let's see. No, not really fussed. I'm sure they can play. Dembele, Martial, Maddison and Rashford. Definitely that's the first team. Pogba and Neves. Is there anyone that's the problem with my squad at the moment. The bench isn't very strong at all. I could play Scott McTominay there and swap those two over. So play Scott McTominay as a box-to-box, and then Pogba as a deep lying playmaker, and we go from there. Happy with that. Okay. Hopefully then this will provide a bit more of an attacking platform for the team to go and score goals. We're playing wider. We've essentially moved our defensive midfielder into attacking midfielder role. So we're playing wider, playing more players essentially further up the pitch. So let's see how that happens. Hopefully not too susceptible to the counter-attack in behind. But let's see. Nicky Butt then can go to the press conference. I should really set that automatic. And away we go. Cheers. What's happened here? Luke Shaw's got injured. Of course he has. Okay, so Ethan Laird can pop in for a game there. Highly rated fullback. Dalot maybe could have gone in there, but I want to give Ethan Laird games because he is so young and so highly, such high potential, really. 8 minutes gone, Lindelof picks up a yellow card. Ryan Giggs did pop in on the news feed telling us how good he thought Lindelof was. Sigurdsson's very good at delivering the ball, so maybe those getting stuck in instructions will come back to bite us, because we will give away free kicks, no doubt about that. As Dembele scores from Wan-Bissaka crossing from the byline. More than happy with that. Wan-Bissaka takes on number 12 there, Lucas Digne. He's very good at set pieces as well. So they've got two players very good at set pieces here. They're playing the same formation as us as well, 4-2-3-1. So it's always good. It's always a good sign if you're playing the same formation and you've got better players essentially than the opposition. You should really score. You should really win. They got decent players though. Richarlison's good. Sigurdsson's good. Din is good. So Gomez picks it up in the middle. Tries to play direct. Oh, Dembele on the chase. Loses the ball, gets it back. Martial outside the box. Gives to Rashford. Scores from the right hand side. So we're happy with our tactic. Looks like the boys are happy with it as well. 7 shots, 4 on target. No clear-cut chances though. Sidibe after Sigurdsson. Looks like Sigurdsson's playing on the wing, is he? Or he's playing probably like a free role in the middle there. Rashford back to De Gea. Maguire back to De Gea. De Gea to Maguire to Laird. There we are. Okay. So if we pause it here, it should be very wide. We should be the widest we are possible. Stretching the opposition, who are actually quite narrow. Martial picks it up. Pops into Pogba. Diving header there from Pogba, looks like. Martial back to McSauce. Maguire to Ethan Laird. Pogba's short pass to McTominay, who stings it out to Rashford, who loses the ball in the penalty area. Everton break. Great tackle from Lindelof. He's only yellow though. 28 minutes gone. That worries me slightly. Oof, that worried me. That's a clear-cut chance. No, wasn't. 33 minutes gone. 14 shots. I'll take that. .41 minutes gone, 42 minutes gone, 1-0. Rashford's got an 8.1 and Wan-Bissaka's got a 7. Dembele's got a 7.2. None of Everton's players are performing very well at all. We've got the lion's share of possession. We're dominating the match as we would expect to. Lindelof's yellow card is worrying me slightly, but I do not like to substitute the central defenders because it messes with the balance and the understanding of the... I'm probably just making this up, to be honest with you. But you never see it in real life, do you? Centre-backs coming off. That centre-back partnership is key. I'm sure Football Manager, the match engine, takes that into account. But also, it might be worth taking him off in a minute because I don't want him getting sent off. Oh, Rashford, how did he miss that? Why did he miss that chance for a Rashy boy? Maddison with a corner, Dembele at the far post and misses it. 60 minutes gone. I'll take a little off. Pause the game. I usually pause the game when I do my subs. Oh, Victor can come off. Scott McTominay will probably have to come off as well because of that yellow. Because he's a tackler. He is a tackler. Do you know what? Wan-Bissaka's got a yellow as well. I can't just take everyone off who's got a yellow, can I? I can. Oh yeah, I actually can, yeah. 3 subs. 66 minutes gone. Andreas Pereira, the corner. Dembele heads it over again. Dalot is going to come on as my 3rd substitute, I think, for Wan-Bissaka. There it is. I can't make any more. Oh, I've done it. Luke Shaw got injured, didn't he? Okay. Calm down. Don't shout at me, please. Andreas, Wan-Bissaka, Marshy. Tony Marshall comes from France. The English press said he had no chance. 50 million down the drain. Tony Marshall scores again. Skip the highlight. 74 minutes gone. 76, 77, 24 shots. 1 clear-cut chance to 0. 58% possession. I mean, I think the tactics done well. It's very hard to judge. There's so many variables. It's very hard to judge. We might have won 3-0 anyway. But we are happy. We're not going to deny that. Ethan Laird with a good tackle, but Richarlison picks it back up. Sidibe with a dangerous cross. Digne is inside the box. It's cleared by Man United. Andreas with a good tackle. Rashford to Wan-Bissaka. I'm just thinking, I can't remember if we did our tactics. Did we do... We didn't. Pressing intensity, slightly more urgent. Extremely urgent. I wanted to put that on. Damn. Oh, Martial scores anyway. Happy days. 4-0. Proceed with tactical changes. Good, very happy with that. 8.7 there from Rashford. We'll get Nicky back to do the team talk. Hopefully there'll be all greens. Very well done, Nicky. God, no one misses Mike Phelan around here. Luke Shaw is injured for a couple of months. Well, luckily for us, it's the January transfer window round the corner. So next week, if we have a little look at the calendar here, next week, January transfer window comes in. We've got West Ham away. We're going to dip our little toe into that transfer market. Probably find ourselves a little Luke Shaw replacement because he's just injured all the time. Do us a favour, like the video if you appreciate what we do here. Subscribe if you are new. Head on over to Patreon if you want to download this and other tactics. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next time. Let me just save this first. Bye.